Unlike, I don't know, Liverpool.
Check this. These lot, yeah.
They want us to be like them, I think.
Yeah.
Samuel, at the start of the year, he said with his chest, Liverpool are going to win the league.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't watch football anymore.
I watch every
The
game.
guy next to him doesn't wake up for games.
I watch every game.
The guy next to him goes out. He went out to Caramel when Chelsea were kicking off the game. So, respectfully, they're not going to talk to us
So we're doing
about
free advertising now. Free advertising. Free advertising.
The Chelsea game was starting. He's like, oh, what team's playing? Chelsea is like,
Yeah.
Hey,
No, this is ridiculous. Is that facts or not facts?
ridiculous. Chelsea decided to enter into
They come back from overseas or whatever they come
about
from.
me.
More like this.
It's not about me. It's not about me.
I don't think we're gonna win the league.
not
I've
about
never
me.
seen him look this relaxed before.
Hey, we used to have a 2-person couch. You guys went out and bought a 3-seater.
Oh, so the Socceroo one, innit?
And that was the one where made up that Xavi coach Qatar.
Alexis Sanchez, what's his name?
What's his name? You know
Felix Sanchez.
Felix Sanchez.
Alexis Felix.
He said,
Crazy.
He's ready? Or?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Feel like them.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. You're back with Let 'Em Shoot. We are back in Sydney, new location, but same cast. We got a couple.
Come on.
We got a guest today.
Saying.
Start off to my left.
Ole, let's go.
God damn.
Everybody knows, man. Let him shoot veteran. Shooter before let him shoot began.
That's true.
I'm back. Checking in, checking out.
"Why are you nervous for?
Nervous for what?
I see you kicking your feet over there.
Bruv,
You're nervous."
you know about
checking
me.
out.
You don't know about me.
To my right.
Born in Africa gang. God is good. Thank God I'm here.
Praise
with
God.
the crew. Life's good, man.
To his right.
Across the ditch.
Across the ditch.
PBB. Pretty boy Bud back at it again.
Cap.
You know how it is.
There's gonna be a lot of smoke this episode.
To his right.
Canberra's Gucci. Eyes in the back of my head.
But you can't play in the 6, bro.
That's true. I think you do
Yeah,
that same
yeah.
back heel system.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
To
Bud's
his
got a
right.
confused face.
Nah, I don't
you
know
know?
who Gucci is. Yeah.
She doesn't know who Gucci is, bro.
I'll tell you, it was the Real Madrid game.
I taught you that, didn't I? I taught you that.
And he assisted Benzema.
I taught you
Shut
that,
your
yeah?
mouth.
I taught you that, bro.
Don't worry.
Congratulations to that.
Don't worry today.
He assisted who?
started
Benzema?
smoke.
On.
Today I'm
Benzema?
on.
He assisted who?
I'm on today.
He assisted who?
And to his right.
I'm on today.
Pengas Tech is back. Hay Fever Survivor. Recently featured on Born Offside. That's probably going to come out same time as this. Me and Bajodin, Pretty Boy Bud. Good to have everyone back.
If you want to see
Good.
some controversy, what's
some
the thing?
Controversy. And yeah, man, good to have everyone back
Samuel,
today.
Before we kick this off.
Do you want me to tell them what we got to do?
Please.
People,
Oh shit, I thought you were starting.
our subscribers gone up.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing you got to do. Subscribe. Keep that number rising.
2K now.
Yeah, 2K.
Really?
Oh my God.
That was a quick one, Dow.
NBA 2K. And then we got like, you got to share, you got to follow on TikTok, Instagram, everything, Twitter, whatever you want. And then tell your friends about us. That's it.
Today, let's quick recap all the big stories this week in football. Starting the Prem. Arsenal back to winning ways quickly. Beat Leicester. Did what we need to do.
Light work.
You know, it was light work, Mike.
Light work.
It was, man. And you know what? Well, we had all these Yahoo boys over there talking rubbish, saying Arsenal's gonna lose back to back. It's finished. Nah, man. We
Did you guys go on the same side
Yeah, for
just
a
for
reason.
this?
No, you put us here.
Production. Yo, production, what you do, man? You guys are coming on the show, man. It's
On the real, it's response. I think we're seeing an Arsenal that's different. We're seeing an Arsenal that people expect us to lose and lose and lose. We haven't. You know, we had a bit of a bad run. We brought it back. We're still on top. 2 points ahead with the game in hand. We're still in the driver's seat, man. And I think we've seen that some of the signings we made are starting to perform. We don't have Partey. We don't have Jesus. And the fact that we're still first, I don't think anybody would have expected that.
them lot are coming back too, man. Do some parts.
Tonight, what are you saying, man? How do you feel?
Hey, man, we're top of the league.
Hey, praise God.
Dano hasn't really spoken about us being top of the league. Last time he was here, it was World Cup. Now we're top of the league.
Look,
There was a couple loud guys.
there's a lot of loud guys
The
in the
last
group
time
chat.
we
There's a lot of
spoke
loud
about
guys
the
on the
Prem.
show.
And I
we're
know-
top of the league.
I know you're
What?
too scared to talk.
Yeah,
I know
same.
you're too
Hey,
scared to talk. Talk.
Hey,
Talk if you're going to talk.
Hey, deny.
If you're going to talk.
Exactly.
Bring his rubbish.
Hey, 3 episodes ago we got him to say it, and now I want you to say it on camera.
Yeah. Are you going to
We're
win the
top of
league
the
or
league.
not? Tell us you're going to
We're
win the
top
league.
of
I
the
don't want you
league.
to just do this pretending thing.
We're top
where
of the
you-
league, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Come chat to me Come chat to me.
Don't say May.
Come chat to me end of March, man. Chat to me end of March and we'll talk, yeah.
Yeah.
We're top of the league. I'm not
boring.
It's boring.
realistically.
boring, though?
If I'm gonna be
boring.
realistic,
You're boring.
if I'm gonna be realistic about this shit, City are still, even though Pep's doing a madness, City have got the players.
capacity.
They got the players, man. They got 2 squads. We don't have the squad.
And like I said-
when Europa comes back, am I worried? I'm a bit worried.
Facts.
So I'm just saying, like, for me, we're top of the league. I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. It's gonna last until April, May. If it does, cool.
He's already expecting to lose.
No. I think you got to approach this with sense, though.
Bro, you see, the thing is, the youngers these days, bro.
We've seen the problems we've had when
Exactly.
dudes
You
get
gotta learn
injured.
from your mistakes.
You gotta have a bit of
Say it.
sense.
You gotta learn, bro.
Just say it, man.
Unlike I don't know Liverpool.
Check
they
this.
have-
These lot, yeah.
They want us to be like them, I think.
Yeah.
Samu at the start of the year, he said with his chest, Liverpool are going to win the league.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't watch football anymore.
I watch every
The
game.
guy next to him doesn't wake up for games.
I watch every game.
The guy next to him goes out. He went out to Caramel when Chelsea were kicking off the game. So respectfully,
so
they're not going to talk to us
So we're doing
about
free advertising now. Huh?
Free
We're
advertising.
doing free
This guy, right?
advertising.
The Chelsea game was starting. He's like, "Oh, what team's playing?" Chelsea is like,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm on
No, this is ridiculous.
Is that facts or not
I was
facts?
saying-
ridiculous.
Talk. Is that facts or not facts?
You see
Talk
this?
about what?
Hey, you
But
just
let me
see-
land.
Yeah, I'm watching, bro.
You never see this side of MJ until
Yeah, they come back from overseas or whatever they come
about
from.
me.
more like this.
Whatever
it's
they
not
come
about
from.
me. It's not about me.
I don't think we're gonna win the league.
not
I've
about
never
me.
seen him look this relaxed before.
Hey, we used to have a 2-person couch. You guys went out and bought a 3-seater.
It's not about me,
this
man.
episode.
And now he wants
Hey,
to talk.
we'll get to
No, no,
Chelsea.
no,
Yeah,
Buddy,
We'll
buddy,
get to
next
you,
time.
like, we'll get to you, but the thing is,
We'll get to Chelsea. We'll
Yeah.
let you talk. We'll
Listen, all I'm saying is I think it was Bud loudly in the chat 2 match days ago. Arsenal had just got beat at the Emirates by City. And he came out and said pretty much, ha ha ha, it's over, blah, blah, blah. It becomes
Cap it
two.
on
We
my
can go
name.
back to the messages and I'll post them.
let's
You,
do
you
it. Let's
also
do it.
you said we'd lose to Leicester.
Yeah.
You did say that.
No, I didn't. Find it.
Yep,
You-
he
I
did.
swear to
when,
God,
when,
find
it.
when,
Want these
when,
backs
wait,
coming
wait,
out,
wait.
bro.
No, I'm just saying,
Just
find
wait.
it.
When
We're not gonna
Ollie
deny it.
Watkins
Find it.
bags 1-0, they go up against Arsenal away. Arsenal away. Bud, first one in the chat, piping up.
No, it wasn't me actually.
It was
incorrect.
Bud.
You did
Incorrect.
say we'll lose to Leicester. You did say that.
I find
Aston
it.
Villa, we beat. Went away, beat.
I'm
Leicester,
not
coincidentally-
we beat.
Coincidentally, after all that, you know, when you lost your game and you drew the other one, you had what was it, 1 point in 3 games?
Yep.
We had no episodes. How crazy is that?
Interesting.
No episodes.
Very
you know what?
interesting. And
Yeah.
now we're back.
Terrible.
Production.
We'll
Now
send
we're
a
back.
message. Nah, I can't make it to
Production
film
didn't
it
know
today.
Back,
Where were
imagine,
you?
yeah,
No, no, no,
imagine
no.
we're not even in Canberra this time. We're somehow gone. We just get
Hey,
in
we're
the car,
closer-
drive,
we're
and
closer-
somehow we're going to film.
Well, check this.
We're closer.
We've
We're
got
closer to the
equipment.
next
We're not
week's
spending
game
too
day,
much-
My
and we're
God.
still filming about old last
Yeah,
week's game
yeah,
day.
crazy.
It's crazy.
We're not
isn't it?
spending too much time
These
on
lot,
it.
these lot went Valentine's Day. They did lovey-dovey shit. They're claiming they chose lovey-dovey shit.
Hey, if you want to talk
Over
about
Judy,
that, I
bro.
can expose you
Yeah.
right now. You got a whole bouquet of roses. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Worst day, man. Valentine's Day,
I
worst
didn't
day. You
know
got 2
that.
minutes, please.
I want to go.
Oh, you didn't know that, MJ. We'll talk about it later.
Let's go to the next game. We're only staying in England for a little bit. There wasn't too many surprises. City got the win, you know. United didn't play, so we'll go to Spurs beating Chelsea. I have a few. Hold on, I have a few key points that I've listed. I've seen it's trending. The 3 are: 1, Chelsea are pathetic.
Facts.
Praise
2,
God.
at what point does it fall on the players and not Potter?
Yep.
And 3, perception of Spurs is now sort of switching because for a long time they were viewed as having a horror show season. They're 4 points behind United. They're in the top 4. They're above Newcastle. How do we view Tottenham? How do we view Chelsea? Let's start over there. Bud, you've lost again.
Aha.
Again.
Hey man, I'm nonchalant now.
Yeah.
You know that thing that gives you emotion. It's just been ripped out of me now. So heart, not heart. I still got a bit of heart.
Soul.
but, you know, the soul got ripped out of me. You know, I started focusing on better things in life. Started buying velvet stuff like that. You know, stuff that makes me happy. I don't care about Chelsea anymore.
All right.
Next
Tom.
season I'll start.
Analysis, Tom. We need some analysis. Spurs beat
You don't
Chelsea.
need analysis.
Potter shown again why he looks completely out of his depth, but also the Chelsea players they've spent, we know, we've spoken about it, over 500 mil to rebuild this side, and it looks like they.
But like to
they
me,
lack
Chelsea
everything.
looked fine in the first half.
100%.
Until the second half, until it fell apart. I think when you bring in this amount of players, you can get through games only for so long on, you know, exuberance and effort. But when it comes down to, you know, managing a 90-minute game, I'm not sure that either they're mature enough, experienced enough, have played together enough to manage these games for them to then kick on and move up the table. I don't really see it happening anytime soon. I see a manager that's come in halfway during the year and has yet to stamp his authority. I see players who are still finding their feet in a new team and under a new manager, and it's all just going not the way that Chelsea had.
All different directions.
Yeah.
To me, some things don't make sense though, right? Because it's clear that they can dominate games, but I think where they lack is they just can't score. So when you look at it from a transfer perspective, you're like, all right, it's clear they play well. They know how to dominate games. They get into good positions. They can't finish. So in my mind, I'm like, wouldn't the priority be to bring in a striker if that's something that's probably been one of the bigger problems? Because I feel like if you look at that Tottenham game, if they score, which they probably should have many times, especially in the first half, that's a comfortable
But
win.
they bought in Felix. But again, another young player.
Fofana again.
What Arsenal did is they said, okay, we need another midfielder. We don't have the money to do this, or we're not sure exactly who we want. Let's go get an experienced dude who's won things and played in the league for a long time.
Let's pause for a minute.
They do that
I don't
twice.
know.
Let's pause for a minute. Chelsea spent bare money, yeah? They bought Felix. He's not no scrub. He's an elite footballer.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses.
But it's a young dude, new country, new team.
Game.
Absolutely, but I
he's
don't think you can make that excuse
can't.
when it's a loan for 6 months.
True.
It doesn't make sense that they can use that excuse that he's young, he's inexperienced in the country if you're signing him on a loan. Fofana, on the other hand, he's young, he's a striker they brought in unknown. Fair enough. If he's not scoring or performing, I think you can make that excuse. But that's why I wanted to ask, at what point does Potter... He receives the blame regardless, but at what point is more pressure put on the players who have been signed to perform? Sterling, Kukurea.
I don't even think it's a player.
I think
Fofana.
it's got to be both, because
I don't even think it's a coach.
look at, me and Denai were looking at the sets of squads, Tottenham versus Chelsea, the starting lineups and the benches. Chelsea's squad looks like maybe 8-9 positions clear of Tottenham's squad. So at one point, Conte, we've been saying, hasn't been great at Tottenham. Tottenham beat Chelsea.
Yep.
How can Graham Potter with that squad lose to that Tottenham side? How does he lose with that squad to Southampton? How does he lose with that squad to whatever? They've won 2 games in the last 14.
Yep.
There is absolutely no way he should get away with it. But then again, as a player, if you're brought in Mudryk 70 million, you can't even get into the starting lineup at the moment. In a Chelsea side where the attackers have been the most poor in the whole squad, then you've got to look at him. You've got to look at Fofana not even getting into the side either. How Havertz has managed to keep playing. I feel as though if you're a striker and you get brought into any top 6 club, Chelsea number 9 would be probably one of the easiest to get in ahead of Havertz.
To retain,
For sure.
yeah.
And now their striker that they signed is not even coming in and taking in that position. So I don't know what it is,
They've
to be
signed 3
honest.
strikers.
Yeah.
They signed a lot of players, bro.
Fofana, Felix, Aubameyang.
Signed 4 strikers,
Aubameyang, yeah.
and none of them
And signed 4 wingers.
none of them are still playing. One of them's playing still.
Yeah, the same one playing.
Yeah, but the only established player they bought in is Sterling. Really.
And the 9
Felix?
that they're playing wasn't even someone who they brought in as a 9. Havertz wasn't even brought in as a 9.
Yeah, he's a winger, yeah.
So
He's a right
I don't know
forward.
what's going on. Chelsea, I feel
But
as
you got
though
at some point in time, like you cannot be losing. They've won 2 games in 16.
yeah,
They haven't beaten a team.
It's
in the top
ridiculous.
half of the
That's
table
not
either.
for me. It's like you as players, you just got to be like, yo, button the coach, button his tactics. We got to man up respectfully and just go out there and do our job because we're on
facts. There's
they're
no
getting
way
paid.
you can keep the Chelsea game. I mean, the Tottenham game. I think it's a big thing because it's obviously a derby and it's Tottenham. But if you're looking at a side that needs to win games, this isn't the game that you're going to pinpoint and say, oh, they didn't beat Tottenham. Because Tottenham have beat the big teams. They beat Liverpool, they beat City, whatever. But if you look at Chelsea and you're losing to last place Southampton, I feel like that's where you cross that's where the line is gone.
yeah.
It's on the
At
players
home
now.
as well.
I think he's got one more game in him. I think after this,
I don't
game-
think they're
He's
going to
got the-
fire
He's
him.
got the season.
I don't
He's
think he
got
has the
the season.
season. I don't think
He's
so.
got the season and
I think he
halfway into
does.
the next
Do
one
you
as well.
think-
I think we lose.
For
If
sure.
we lose to Leeds, we're 7 points.
You're closer to the
Your season's
relegation
done
zone.
already.
You're already
But your
closer to
season's
the
done.
relegation. No,
Scary
then the
though
top
now.
4.
That's
Yeah.
just
You're not
too
gonna
much.
you're not gonna
top four,
salvage
yeah.
your season. So sacking him now does what for you? Nothing.
I think having a manager sacked can.
There's no more window. There's no more nothing. I feel as though.
I got a question.
But yeah,
But do you reckon this is Chelsea are trying to adopt this Arsenal approach in terms of like keep the manager, back the manager because they can see a vision in terms of the future, or do you think they can't get anybody? They don't have any ideas. They're kind of stuck.
Yeah, I think they're stuck. They're waiting for something to happen, but they know this is not the right time. The manager's lost all the players in the change room.
I don't think he has. I think it's too early to even.
Based on what?
I feel as though maybe
No,
he never gained their confidence, but he hasn't lost their confidence.
Let's be real. Let's be real. When did he come?
September.
But he came in September, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? He bought
Mardi
in
Gras.
January. He bought how many players?
He
How many
bought-
players?
I think it was-
He did.
He got
I
a
think
whole
that
starting
got it
11 in
eight.
January, didn't
Yeah,
he?
but the thing is,
So how's he lost them? How's he lost them? We're in February, bro.
That's
you
facts.
gotta also
That's
remember.
facts.
Hey, the thing is, they're going to sell 10 players in the offseason and bring in 4 more.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So
saying. How's he
he's gonna
lost
have a
players?
brand new squad to work with.
He's got a brand new squad now.
He's not going to be the manager for Chelsea by coming of next season.
Does that
the new
make sense
season.
though?
Definitely
It
will.
does. I don't think this guy's
He
right.
came in
This is
halfway
not
through the
the
Not
season.
alright.
He came in
He's
after
not the right guy
preseason,
for
didn't
this
he?
job.
The
man.
answer is not just sacking
didn't-
people.
Yeah.
It's not just
Non-stop.
sacking people.
But the answer is also not just backing people for no reason.
So what are you going to do? You're going to fire Tuchel,
Tom,
you're going to
hey,
fire Graham Potter, and then who are you
So,
going
I
to get?
mean-
Tom, like I said,
I don't know if I agree.
like
with that
I said,
anymore.
if I
Who
was
we're gonna get
Chelsea
is-
manager,
is up to them.
I would have picked up more points than Graham Potter. I'm telling you, tell me I wouldn't.
Wait, Samuel,
have.
I'm
Tell me I
genuinely
wouldn't
believe
have.
I
I played-
genuinely believe that.
on FM, 100%.
100%. Tell me I couldn't
Who
go
was
into that
Southampton?
office.
How can you tell me we got to keep this guy in then?
I think
I'm
there's an
saying you need to keep him.
argument.
That's what I'm
I think
saying.
there's an argument for both. I think there is an argument that regardless of how much time he's had, he's been there for 7 months almost since September.
Yeah.
With the amount of funds he's been given, the access to the players he has and the squad he had to work with when he came in, that's completely different to Arteta when he came
Completely
to Arsenal.
Yeah.
different to any
It's
coach that's
different.
been given time.
The thing
Absolutely.
is, I don't think he's in charge of these signings.
He's not.
I agree.
You know that. But he's got a new team.
Nah,
So we
I don't know.
can't say that
He's got a new
I don't
team.
know. I
bruv.
think
It's
that's
not.
But at the same time that he's not in charge of the signings,
Yeah.
any possible player he could want, he has.
He has.
He's got
doesn't he
4
have?
different types of wingers that all play different. He's got 5 centre mids that all play different. He's got 4 strikers.
And he's bringing
got
the
that's a
best
good point.
young
He's got
talent in the
4 5
world.
centre backs that all play
And they're
different.
all of different profiles. Some are
That's
ball
exactly
players,
what
some
I'm
are
saying.
athletes.
I think this Todd Bowie guy has Bodie or whatever he's.
Bowley.
He's a Chelsea fan.
He's put pressure on the coach and the coaching staff to play the players he's brought in. I don't think.
I don't think he is, bro.
I don't think he's
I
been
don't
like
think he
Potter.
is.
Let
him
Mudryk
let
wouldn't
him
be on the bench.
Mudryk
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
be on the
but-
bench. Havertz wouldn't be starting still. I don't think so.
But I think it's not pressure like he's told him to play these. I think it's I bought these guys. They better play.
Nah, but
Kinda
Mudryk's on the
I don't know.
bench.
RCL.
I don't
So,
think that's why he's
RL
making.
How many players
RLC
did
He's
is
making
having
he's
his
making subs that don't need to
second
be made.
rejuvenation.
If you look at the subs we make, it's just because he has to play them.
But you don't look at those subs though.
I don't
You don't watch the
agree.
game.
I don't agree.
What do you mean?
But when have you ever looked at a sub Chelsea made?
You're saying you don't
Southampton game.
watch. I don't want to stay on Chelsea too long. Before we wrap this England segment up, let's go. United won their first trophy under Ten Hag. Carabao Cup, yeah, Caribbean Cup, but at the same time, they won a trophy. They're ahead of Chelsea in the process.
Yeah.
They look far ahead of Liverpool, and Liverpool have to rebuild again. Ten Hag's done it. They had one of the easiest runs to a final I've ever seen in a competition, but at the same time, they've won a trophy. They're sitting top 4. What do we think of Ten Hag? Still
He's doing this.
Man,
candidate for manager of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He has to be.
Clear in the top.
He has to be.
He's in the top 3 easily.
yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going to talk about a proper rejuvenation, revamp, everything, rebuild, he's done it perfectly. And he's done it in less time than anyone could have ever pictured. He got the best out of Rashford, number 1. He got rid of every Maguire, Ronaldo
Problem
out of the
child.
starting lineup.
Pogba
Everything.
gone.
He's fixed that.
Pogba.
Gone. Brought in areas that they really needed. In the engine, everyone said their biggest issue, one of their biggest issues, no defensive midfielder. Brings in one of the best ones in the world, if not the best one.
Yeah.
And then the goals were a problem. Nah, he's got the best out of Marcus Rashford. He's playing like nobody's ever seen before.
Backline
And-
looks solidified.
Backline, Maguire
Shaw.
out. Let's
Yeah.
bring in
Rejuvenated.
Martinez.
And the biggest thing, Old Trafford's Old Trafford again.
Yeah, facts.
Rocking.
People go there, they're scared of playing him.
Yeah.
It's back.
But I think what impresses me a lot about this guy is the way he's improved players. And I think when you look at managers who aren't just results driven, they change players. I think you can put him in that category with the Artetas,
Yeah.
Eddie Howe's, because some of the players, if you look at them before he came in, they're different guys now.
Facts.
Like Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw,
Sancho.
Rashford, Sancho. I reckon give Sancho another couple weeks. He's going to be playing different. Fred's looking good. Man, I think this guy, he's genuinely got it. Like he's genuinely got it. So
Definitely.
I respect it a lot.
And they did spend a lot of money.
They did spend money.
in summer, but even only got Weghorst and Sabitzer on loan.
Yeah.
And Weghorst, like he identified the profile of player he wants, and he's doing the
And just
the
like
exact job that
just
he
like
needs.
Tom said,
What's his name?
January.
Only came in because Eriksen got injured. If he doesn't get injured.
and just like
Different
Tom said, Chelsea have gone and spent whatever all this money on players in January, whereas like you said, Arsenal were right. They identified an area where they needed work, but they brought in a guy who isn't going to cost them much. It's immediate help.
Yeah.
But for the future, when we figure out who exactly we want, we're going to sign someone. So Weghorst obviously isn't there to be the number 9 forever. But for right now, he suits the system, help the players around him learn the style, and then get a player in there that they want a player for the future in that mold. And then in the summer, spend big.
Do you guys reckon that United have a chance of winning the league, or is it a bit far fetched?
I think it's ahead of where they want to be. I think for them to win the league, realistically, they need a lot of results to go for them, which when you really think about it, City don't really look like losing too many games where they're going to, where they're out of contention. Arsenal's in that same bracket. But I think we've seen in the league that things can change. And I think if you look at form and probably points, I think United's picked up probably the most points since
I would say so.
the World Cup.
Yes,
So in terms of
they have picked up the win.
in terms of form, they could easily catch everybody.
And the
So,
thing is, they're just winning.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
It's not like they're not losing
yeah,
and drawing some games. They're only winning.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're picking up 3 points every single week, getting closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that people don't really take into consideration is they're winning in all comps. So they're getting confidence midweek. They're getting confidence when they go
Big win against
in
Barca.
Europa League against Barca. That can only give confidence to the players when they go. These players are saying, we went to the new camp, got a result. You think we're going to go?
back.
You think
Came
we're
back, won a
exactly.
trophy.
You think when we go to Stamford Bridge, it's going to be difficult? You think when we go to these kinds of locations that we've been there before and we've done it, it's not going to be difficult.
And
So
then
I think,
yeah.
no, you go.
And another thing I think is, out of the top 3 teams, they're the only one that has no pressure of, they don't need to do anything. They don't need to win it.
Yeah.
I feel like that also is something that is in their favor. So
Yeah.
I think
they
they
go
need
into those
top
big
4.
games
Absolutely.
and lose or draw or win, and
Yeah.
it's exact same feeling for United.
Yeah. We're just quickly, don't know, where is United finishing? Give me a place.
Where's United finishing? 3rd.
Samuel.
Third.
Second.
I think 3rd.
Second, he said.
Who's dropping out?
I want
I
to.
think City.
I'm going to say 3rd, but if they did grab 2nd, I wouldn't be surprised based on just how they look at the moment, or even 1st. You never know.
Stay in 3rd for me, but I agree. All right, let's go to the FIFA Best Awards were overnight. Probably
Fucking pathetic.
couple nights ago.
It's pathetic.
It's the biggest
con-
bullshit
It's
show
honestly
ever.
pathetic.
That's how you know it's bullshit. No one knew when it was.
As
It's
you can
pathetic.
tell, very contentious.
It's pathetic.
There was a couple of awards I want to highlight, a couple talking points. We had Alexia Putellas win back-to-back.
She's a goat.
Yeah, women's best player.
Right.
Barca and Spain player.
No Sam Kerr in the
she was in the
three.
team.
Not in the 3 though.
Oh, yeah, but she was in the
Yeah, in the
FIFA
team.
Pro team.
She just played a 100th game for Chelsea, and I saw something that was incredible. It was like
Goal
80,
ratio is
83 goals in 100 games with 17
The
assists.
goal ratio is
How many?
crazy, bro.
83 in 100
We're
games.
talking GA.
She's like
Yeah.
won the
Mental.
league like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah, Chelsea are fucking good in.
They must have
And like I
Fair
said,
enough.
this is off topic.
James up top.
Yeah,
They kill it.
this is off topic, but I was going to say that I think Sam Kerr is the best Australian athlete
Right
that
now.
there's ever been.
What about Thorpe?
No. I think Sam Kerr is playing a sport that is so difficult.
She's the first.
You didn't see Kathy Freeman wear that suit?
You cat.
Yeah, but
you
Kathy
forget
Freeman did it how many times? Not that many times. Sam,
No, but she
one
did it
time,
when
one
Yeah, but
time,
she wore
right?
that fucking.
She won it when
one
it
time.
mattered though.
What about Dawn
One time.
Fraser?
Is Sam Kerr not
Graham Hackett?
consistently
I don't
doing
think we're
it?
allowed to say that. No.
Is Sam Kerr not consistently doing it? Like
I think she's
in,
up there.
she's in football.
She's in my top
And-
20
Has there ever? There's never.
20's a fucking lot.
Nah, think
of
about it.
Australian athletes of all time.
Think about it. She's in the top 5 in a single sport.
You think
In the whole world,
Yeah.
she's in the top 5
Yeah,
consistently.
I hear you.
Yeah.
There can be no basketball athletes above her.
No
There
way.
can be no rugby athletes above
There's
her.
way.
swimmers who have like 5
There
gold
is
medals and
Women's
shit.
what?
You can't have any rugby
the hell is
league
gonna
or
be ahead of
union
me?
athletes above
Billy,
Sam
come
Kerr.
on, none above it.
Only
It can't be.
Australia
Wendell
plays
Saylor.
rugby.
It can't
He
be.
played he played for rugby union and league. Wendell Saylor
this?
won them both.
Wendell Saylor, yeah.
Wendell Saylor.
This isn't ahead of her.
Lottie Takiri
Lottie,
above her.
this is what we're doing.
Falau, I bet you like Falau as well.
Falau, if Falau didn't do that thing, he would have been the best athlete in the world for Australia.
Nah.
doing.
I agree with you. She has to be top
She has to be up there.
7.
She's
top
up
10.
there.
She's top 10.
I'll change one to top 10.
I think, yeah.
Who the
she-
10 you're thinking of
she's up
before
there.
that?
Yeah, shout out, quick shout
She
out
got
to
second.
Shout
in
out to
the Ballon d'Or.
Torpedo.
no,
Oh, no?
shout out
Grant
to
Hackett.
Alexia Putellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quickly, Martinez won best keeper. I've got 2 questions.
Yeah, well, I know what the
One,
second one is.
This
how
doesn't
has he
make
won
sense.
this?
Yeah.
And 2, how do we feel about
No,
this?
and can I add something else? He wasn't in the team of the year.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the team
So
of the
he
year.
got best goalkeeper.
He wasn't the best keeper at the World Cup if you want to look at the stats of performances by the other
conceded
keepers.
more goals than he had saves
Yep.
in the World Cup.
And are we in the mindset that the World Cup triumphs everything? And how do you guys feel about this? Because this is also related to Messi
To the best player award.
winning the best player. Because we'll speak about Martinez and I'll bring up another
Sure.
point. But what does the World Cup, do you think, is it just that moment that it just
stupid.
overcomes anything
It's
else
Well,
that
I think
happens?
we've been moving that way for a while now. Look at Jorginho's Ballon d'Or career. Yeah, he was.
point.
Yeah,
he came
in the
third in the
Euros.
Ballon d'Or because he
Euros.
had a good Euros.
Yeah.
Not that we agree with it. but I
Modric.
think your point is that
Modric won a Ballon
that's
d'Or.
why.
Yeah, I think it's been going this way where trophies
Well,
are
then
holding so much more
I'll bring up the point.
Years.
Ronaldo in
Thank you.
2002,
Yeah, yeah.
Brazilian Ronaldo, he won Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
He scored 10 goals and had 5 assists that calendar year.
But he won the World
But
Cup.
he won the World Cup and scored 8 goals.
Okay.
So does that triumph,
No,
because it's
it's-
every 4
it's
years, it's
ridiculous.
the biggest tournament in the world,
ridiculous.
in all sports. Is it,
though?
are you just,
No, it's ridiculous.
do we
There's
just
an-
accept
really
that
though?
point?
There's an award for the best player at the World Cup. Get that award. But we're taking one tournament from a year. When do we ever do that? Why
I
are we
wanted
going to
this
take one
energy.
tournament from a year, especially a short tournament like that where they play, how many is it? 8 games to win the World Cup? If
Yeah.
you play 8,
Yeah.
you win the World Cup. The most amount of games you can play is 8. So we're going to take 8 games from a whole year and say, here, we're going to give you that award. Messi was not the best player in the world last year. There's nobody can say that he's the best. Mbappe is consistently the best player in the world. On the eye test, he's the best player in the world. Stats wise, he's the best player in the world. So realistically, this is a thing that I used to fight against when people used to say other people should win the Ballon d'Or, when Messi was consistently the best player in the world, when they were giving the award to Modric, when they gave the award to Cristiano Ronaldo at times. Because based on tournaments, based on trophies, based on achievements, that's
about-
not
you know
that's
it's all
not
about
who's the
achievements,
best
bro.
player individually.
What's the no?
I
Who's
agree.
the CB, the Italian CB that won the best
Cannavaro.
player?
Cannavaro.
He was never the best player in the
Exactly.
world back
So-
then, because he won the World Cup.
But that's what I'm saying.
But it's always been like that.
But
It's
I'm
about
not.
narratives.
I'm not
It's
going to
always
do
been
that.
like that, but I'm
But
saying,
it doesn't mean that
Hell
I'm going
no.
to start an
Henry
agree.
didn't win the World Cup when he was the best player in the world. Sorry,
Ballon
he didn't
d'Or.
win the Ballon d'Or when he was the best player in the world. It's always been
got
about
robbed, actually.
whoever wins the most trophies wins it.
That's
It's
it.
Like
true.
respectfully, Modric won the World Cup and he
He didn't win the World Cup.
No, he came
He
second.
came. He won
Second.
Golden Ball at the World Cup though.
Yeah, but like it's always been
No,
about
no.
who collects the most medals gets up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Case in point.
It's true. It's
I
true.
don't- No one really
but
cares
it's
about respectfully,
ridiculous.
No one cares about this.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly. We all know there's 2 goats that have been playing football for the last 20 years.
but what I'm
Ronaldo
saying
and
is-
Messi. That's it.
You're more angry of the Emmy one than you are the Messi one. though.
Yeah,
You are more
I'm
angry
saying.
because
Sure.
obviously the distance
because
between.
Messi's,
But why
Emmy
though?
isn't
My
in
question
the
is
top
why
10
though?
keepers
Do
in
you
the
care?
world.
No, but my
not
question is
even
why
close.
though?
Do you care though?
Because
I kinda
Messi,
do.
you can genuinely make an argument that he's in the top 3 players in the world.
So if
Yeah.
he wins, you're not batting an eye.
Yeah,
Where
but
if it
it's
was
the exact same thing, though.
Martinez,
No,
you
it's
can
not
name
the same.
10
but-
to 15 keepers better.
But it's exact same. Like they want it the exact same way though. That's what I'm trying to say.
They want it the exact same
So
way,
why
but one
should
is
it mean-
closer to being the best player.
But one
One
was
was
but
also
closer it doesn't mean
one was
yeah.
the best player in the whole
But
tournament.
you
Exactly.
you can agree both shouldn't have won it. Like,
you can
say
make
that.
the argument
Sure,
that
you
both
can.
couldn't have
But
won it.
there is just say because Messi was closer, it's okay. It's more okay.
It's more justifiable.
It's
But it's not more okay though. It's either you win or you don't
But it's
win.
not
That's
a fact.
what
No,
it
but
should be.
people could make
There's-
an
there's
I
argument
understand.
that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's you win it or you don't win it though.
Do you think, here's a question, do you think that there's only one option for who the best player in the world should have been? Do you think there's only one? It's
For the
outright
best
for
this
best
year?
player, just best player, yeah.
I think so.
I think yeah,
Who is it?
Mbappe.
So you think there can be no one else?
There
I don't
shouldn't
think
have
Despite
been
the fact
anyone.
that they didn't win the Champions League, despite
No,
the
I
fact
don't
that,
think that there is.
PSG,
Nah, I think he
lost
should
the
have just won
league.
it.
Didn't they lose
the league?
No, they
I
won
think
the
he
league.
should.
I don't think
he
they
won it.
won.
The year before they lost.
Yeah,
lost
they
the
won the
cup.
league. They lost the cup.
Yeah, they lost the
Accolades
cup.
shouldn't come in. Accolades should be the.
Exactly.
It should be.
Accolades should be like a.
I think
Accolades should
it,
come.
it can't be a player that plays on his team when Mbappe every week is consistently better than Messi.
No. I know.
That's
I know you guys are saying Mbappe should win, but do you think that there's cases to say
I
that
don't-
any other player could have won
For
that
the way that
award?
I viewed the tournament, I don't. That I view the award
Could
should be.
Benzema have won the award? Could any?
I don't think
is
so.
what I'm saying.
For me, it should be the best player in the world, and to me, the best player in the world is clearly
Exactly.
Mbappe. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, when you say, the best keeper.
yeah.
Shouldn't
They
have-
shouldn't name it best.
best
It should- yeah.
It should
Yeah,
it should be
that's the problem, I think.
and it should just be FIFA award or something like that because he won the World Cup.
That's it.
That's what it should be. FIFA. That's why because it's FIFA
Oh, it is the
best.
FIFA award,
That's
like,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
it's
Yeah,
FIFA
it's
the
FIFA
best.
best.
Yeah.
That's why I think they put so much weight on the FIFA tournament.
Yeah. Okay.
I hear that.
I want to go Australia quickly before we end the show.
Sick.
Our guy
Again?
We got the follow. We have to talk about him again because
Yeah,
the
man.
goal
He keeps
was
doing it again.
insane. He's
Insane.
kid
playing
is-
20
this
minutes
kid's
a week,
elite.
God damn.
and he's the best player when he comes on the
This
pitch.
kid is elite.
God
Iran
damn.
Kunda, follower of Let Him Shoot.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go to Adelaide soon and do some
It might have to, man.
Inshallah.
do some content.
I
with
was
him.
saying to
You
him,
got to take bottled water. Though.
I'll let you. God damn. And maybe like a DS or something because there's nothing to do there. But I was saying to him,
You're talking to him.
yeah, I was saying,
Someone's
This-
a big player now, yeah.
this guy, he has. I was telling him, you got the impact every single week, right?
Yeah.
Off the bench, impact. We see it. Surely the start's coming soon. You know what he said?
Yeah.
He said, hey, I don't get to pick when I start. I said, yeah, fair enough. I said, yeah, fair enough.
It's
Humble
not, it's
man,
not
right?
in
No,
the
but he
alley.
doesn't-
Yeah.
He's not in
He doesn't need to
NPL.
start, man.
He does.
You don't need to be. He doesn't need to start.
I
You
think
gotta
he
remember,
I honestly don't think he needs to
You
start.
gotta remember,
man.
this guy is still 17, bro.
Yeah, fresh
working.
17
I
too.
kind of back it.
He's still 17, bro. Like,
Let him, you know.
let him just
Yeah,
keep,
let him
like,
find his feet.
Exactly.
Nah,
We've
if
seen the
Adelaide
Freddie
want to
Adu's
win,
of the
cuz-
world. We've seen the youngest.
If Adelaide were Man City, like, are they that
Ah.
level dominant in the league?
Yeah,
That he
then-
didn't need to play because they have such a good squad. I'd hear your argument.
'Cause-
But he's the only one who makes a difference.
Off the bench, when the game's tied, he comes off the bench, he makes a difference. How can this guy consistently just be coming
If he was
off the
playing for
bench?
Melbourne City, I'd agree with you because
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
so far
Dominate,
above
gonna
everyone
win the
else.
league.
They have a strong squad. They dominate. But he's at Adelaide, and
Yeah,
I'm not
but
saying Adelaide
I
is
still-
bad
Yeah, yeah.
or anything, but
They're a decent side, of
he's
course.
the guy.
But I
But-
think he's also said that he struggles with his work rate. So for me, it's like if he starts, is he ready yet? And I'm not saying he's in terms of being good enough.
Oh,
but in
he's
terms of like
more than
work
good
rate,
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he at that level where he can play 60, 70 minutes at a high level, or is he slowly just being?
That's what I mean. Does it
transitioned to
change
that?
your mentality when you know you got to do 90 minutes of
Exactly.
running rather than 20?
Exactly.
So I
Right
think
now
he's in a
you
good
slow
position.
it down. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
comes
you know.
on. All he has to do is
Empty the
go
tank.
out and have fun.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair
He doesn't
enough.
have to worry about much. You
Save
say,
points.
Just be,
Go.
just be a 17-year-old.
Why is he coming on every time? He's never coming on when they're winning.
Yeah.
He's got to come on when they're losing or they're drawing, and he's got to save points. He's got to
Yeah.
rescue. Why you got your 17-year-old rescuing points?
I hear your side too.
When it was Saka coming in at whatever 17, 18, nobody was saying Saka shouldn't
Yeah,
start.
start every game.
Nobody was saying Saka shouldn't start. When he's starting, he's
No,
their
but
best
Saka
player.
was clearly.
I would very. I watch
Clearly the
every
best
single.
player.
I watch every single Adelaide game,
No,
and
but
I
he's
can
not-
tell you he's their
He's
best
not
player.
clearly their best
Craig
player.
Goodwin is their best
That's what I'm
player in general.
Yeah, but Saka wasn't our best player when he came into the
Saka
side.
wasn't better
We
than
had
Aubameyang and
we had-
Lacazette.
The thing is, we didn't have many options.
Yep, Adelaide don't. Hence why,
Up front,
whenever
I
they
don't want to
need
hate on
something,
some of these people, but cuz Ben Halloran's still starting.
Don't want to hate
I hear
him,
both
but-
sides. I hear both.
I hear both sides.
I don't
Yeah.
think he should start 90, 90, 90, but I think where
Hey,
he's
but
at
90
now is
every
good.
1 in 4.
Yeah. See, I'll
Give
take
him a
that
go,
over
yeah.
maybe starting every game because that's.
Yeah.
I
in
got to
terms
see
of
some
career, I'm not
starts,
sure.
bro.
Yeah.
I got to see some
if
starts.
he starts here and there, I think so.
Yeah.
You just got to slowly.
Definitely.
just quickly, another youngster. Did you guys see Tilio's goal?
Yes.
I rate Tilio.
Ran the
man.
whole
Your
pitch
guy,
and then
bud.
banged it.
Yeah, that's
Your guy,
Bud's
yeah, scored a fucking good goal on the weekend.
They hey, against Denai's team as well. They dispatched
Bro,
of Sydney.
Let's
They really
just
did
say,
dispatch
City
of
have an
them.
They
absolute
just
stinker, man.
first half
Yeah,
sorted.
yeah,
3-0 first half.
yeah.
Corica's lost it last
Oh,
two.
Did you go to
the
the
game tonight?
He's lost the dressing
No,
room.
no.
He's lost the fans.
He ain't going
He's
no more.
lost the footballer.
No, it was in Melbourne. It was in Melbourne. It was in
I was
Melbourn.
on job.
Okay, okay.
I was
Yeah,
on
yeah.
I'm working,
respect,
man.
I respect
I was
you
on
guys.
job, man.
It was in Melbourne, but
Samuel,
man,
yeah,
to pick the
Tilio.
ball up on the edge of
Dude,
his box
he-
like that.
Bud, big Tilio stand.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
The thing is, he was against his old club too.
Bud was
man.
at
Against
Carroll.
he
Bud was in line at Carroll.
Did he celebrate tonight? Yep. Hell yeah,
We
he
let
did.
him go, man.
It's the club that let him go. They let him go when he was young.
Should've done
Everybody
this one.
He
around,
came. Oh, dude.
everybody
He
around
was good
Australian
for FC
football,
He was good for FC
they
too,
knew
man.
he was going to be good. Everybody around Australian football and that age knew that he was going to be good. Sydney didn't want to take the chance. Obviously, they were having success. But now look at him. He's replaced Andrew Naboo, who was once a Socceroo. A Socceroo who went to the World Cup, Andrew Naboo. He cannot get into the squad now. Tilio starts every single game, and then you saw the goal.
And
He
he
picked
has
it up
to.
on the edge of his box.
Well, that was
And
wicked.
just drove.
Kept going.
Left foot. Oh.
What's wrong with that?
I'd hate to
It was
say
like
the-
Lingard's goal when he went to West Ham.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
hate to say to the young players that we talked about, all shining.
Yeah.
I hate to
Killing
say
it,
it.
man.
We know what we're talking about.
We do. This has been Let Him Shoot. Love every minute of it. It's been good being back. Love
Everybody
this,
back,
Love
huh?
this fucking show.
Someone thought you died.
There was actually a couple messages being like, "Where's Juju?"
What about
Tom
when
was telling him I
Tom
moved on.
Tom said he went to UCLA.
Yeah.
Environmental science.
The university in England.
Went to California first and foremost.
I
think
Yeah,
you
that one. Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try.
Oh, you were shooting the new thing.
Yeah.
Model family.
Creed 3.
No. What's those two brothers? They're not brothers, but
Yeah, me just watching
they're like
the trailer
this
before.
police academy together.
Fast 10.
No, Johnny Hill and thing.
Oh, 23 Jump Street.
24 Jump Street.
You're doing 25
Oh,
one. I heard 25 Jump Street.
Yeah. This has been Let Him Shoot. Thank you for watching.
Peace.